It's like money in the bank. That quirky little stat I always talk about. Over the past 12 years or so, during the regular season, if you could pick the straight up winners, they covered at an 84% clip. So far in the postseason, a perfect 8-0. Yes, the straight up winners are a perfect 8-0 against the spread. And as I always like to say, the caveat is if it was so easy to pick the straight up winners, you wouldn't be wasting your time watching this video report. I wouldn't be doing the video reports, and I would have long since retired. But everything is also cyclical when it comes to gambling. We saw in the Super Wild Card round where the home teams went 5-1 against the spread, where the favorites went 5-1 against the spread. But, as you know, that was not the case yesterday, as the road teams, both underdogs, both won the games outright. So, what's going to be the case today? Well, my best bet is going to be the late game, which is going to be another raise the bar 20-dime release on KC and Buffalo. Last Sunday, my raise the bar 20-dime release happened to be on the Chiefs pounding Pittsburgh, but the quality of competition is a little stronger today for Patrick Mahomes and company. That means my complimentary play, of which I'm on a 40-18 roll here, is going to be on the early game between the Rams and the Bucs, where once again, just like in the late game between the Bills and the Chiefs, we have an in-season revenge situation. Now, let's break down the game for you. In week number 3, the Rams won 34-24 at home. They jumped out to a 21-7 lead. Matthew Stafford, great game, 27 for 38, 343 yards, 4 touchdowns. Tom Brady playing catch-up all day, 41 for 55, 432 yards, and a single touchdown. These two teams are different in some regards because, of course, the Rams have made 2 significant additions. On offense, they've added Odell Beckham Jr., and on defense, they've added Von Miller. But the Rams are going to have some significant absences today, too. Their secondary is certainly banged up and missing some key pieces. That means Jalen Ramsey can only cover one guy among Mike Evans and or Rob Gronkowski today. But the Buccaneers, their receiver core, only a shell of its former strength because Evans and Gronk, well, those are the 2 big guns that Brady can only turn to today among a cast of thousands. Now the Rams, their running game, much stronger going into this rematch than it was in the first go-round. The Buccaneers' ground game not nearly as strong as it was because of injuries. So you have some mitigating circumstances. Offensive line, some significant absences and injuries to note as well. For Los Angeles, their starting left tackle and the veteran Andrew Whitworth is going to be out today. For the Buccaneers, you saw in the Eagles romp last week that Tristan Wirfs, their right tackle, and their center Ryan Jensen both suffered ankle injuries. They're both questionable today. If they play, which it's anticipated they will, are they going to be close to 100%? Kind of important when you've got Aaron Donald and Von Miller and all those guys from the Rams that are going to try to make Tom Brady's life miserable. I like the Rams in this game. This is the team that of all the teams that Tampa Bay could have played, this is the team that matches up the best with Tampa and the one that the Bucs, I think, fear the most coming in here. And the other thing that I think that you have to look at Tampa, it's so hard for a Super Bowl champion to repeat, something that I don't think I have to tell you. And it's a team, Tampa, that's been living on the edge all season long. And no, I'm not going to quote any John Bon Jovi lyrics for you, but it's a team that week after week simply hasn't shown you any consistency. Now, the same can be said about the Rams, because let's face it, they've had some mystifying losses this year. But down the stretch, they played well, with their only loss coming against San Francisco. And we've seen the 49ers, how hot they've been the second half of the season. The other thing with the Rams, you never know what you're going to get from Matthew Stafford. We saw good Matthew Stafford on Monday night against Arizona. We saw good Matthew Stafford in the first go-round this season against the Bucs. I like the Rams here today. I'm going to take the points. I'm going to buy up the half point on LA. Personally, I think the Rams are going to win this game outright. But the Rams are going to be my complimentary play. Now, yesterday, by the way, I had a video report. I had to take it down after a while because it just had all types of issues in terms of stopping and stuttering, etc., and freezing. I split yesterday, FYI. Lost with my complimentary play with Tennessee after going 4-1 with my free selections in the opening round of the playoffs. Won with my college basketball complimentary play, which was UCLA getting the road win and cover against Colorado. But again, the overall complimentary play run is 40-18. So good luck, everybody, and we'll see where we roll as the week continues.